Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokanaman at YouTube with another modelling video. Today we're going to announce the winners to my 3,000 subscriber competition, as well as giving away this wonderful scratch building prize of a ton of styrene plate, the putty and some 3D printed parts. As I've mentioned in the announcement video, the competition will be judged on what I think is just really informative, what I really like, and what I think is very beneficial to the community. I've got 5 entries from 4 people, and each entry was done quite well. I notice from the names they're all long-time supporters of this channel. A lot of them has entered in my past competitions, and I just really love the fact that even though the old YouTube video response is dead and buried, and that this is not a thing that is done anymore. The benefits of doing video responses is not as monitorable, or the ability to gain as many views because it's not tagged to the original video, that these people still decided to go ahead and do it. I'm going to give these videos and channels a few shout outs. They've got a few of them on the Facebook page, and they'll get direct links in the video link below in the information description part. I highly recommend that everyone look at each entry. There's 5 of them. They're very short or very quick reads, very worthwhile looking into them. I thought they were quite informative and saw bits and pieces that I didn't know, or thought that they were excellent ideas. So all of these were executed very well. Finding a winner was not very easy, so I gave the prize to an entry that I thought would be able to utilize the materials through what he demonstrated in his video. Now let's talk about each entry. MobiusOne. He created a blog. It was a blog page. I sent it via email, and it was a series of pictures and text, something like you'd see like an old tutorial on a forum. Very nostalgic. It depicted an older kit, an SD, and some parts of these older kits of ball joints and whatnot has large hollow gaps under the arms, or areas that are quite hidden, but if you look around the kit you'll eventually spot them, and he demonstrates quite clearly how to fill those holes with putty. And this is something that I practice and actively do as well with kits with hollow parts. You occasionally find them on the very odd master grade and a few high grades, but it was a very well demonstrated, very informative blog. Next entry was done by shoootme, a known YouTuber. He made a video and he reviewed a brand of railway modelling flock for diorama use. He had a very unique way of applying static grass, which is very different to my own methods, and we actually discussed it on his comment page, and it's actually going to lead me in whenever I'm going to use some static grass. I'm going to make my own video at some point, but his method is for much larger areas, very realistic compacted down grass and upstanding grass. If you are making a diorama, if you want to use flock and static grass, especially for larger scale subjects, very worthwhile video, very well done, very well spoken, very well demonstrated. This one, this gentleman would probably come into a second place. Maketar ST. He gave me 2 entries, both of them excellent. Now what I like about Maketar is he's fluent in multiple languages. He's based in another country that's outside the US, or any English speaking country I guess, and he does these pictorial slideshow videos with text explaining what's going on, and he'll have it in English and I don't honestly remember, but another language that's native to his place of origin, and it helps out another whole community of modelers and gunpla builders wishing to learn that cannot appreciate the English videos, like how many years ago we could not quite appreciate the Japanese video, not being able to understand the language and it not being subtitled sufficiently for us. So I'm a big supporter of channels and outlets of the hobby that covers languages other than English and Japanese, and even if they only exclusively pander to their own language. That is absolutely cool. His two videos was, which are worthwhile watching, is the paint station. So we all know that I use this corrugated, very Japanese style paint station. A bit overpriced for what it is, but I saw people do it in overseas tutorials. When I was in Japan, I bought them cheap enough. He demonstrated the use of his, but the problem is they do have a weight problem. They're a bit small. They tip over easily unless you balance them just right. He demonstrates making one out of margarine containers that are weighted, and takes skewers down very well. I actually much highly recommend following his method and not buying those paint stations, as they aren't exactly cheap. His second one, which is airbrush based, and you know I'm all about airbrush tutorials and helping people enhance and expand their ability to airbrush. He was reviewing one of the cheaper Chinese eBay no-name bought airbrushes. This one's a bit fiddlier and different to which I just happen to have one on hand. They're a bit cheaper than the DH103 Chinese ones I use. Though he's got a couple of them. He's reviewed a few of them to use as cheaper workhorses for those who can't quite afford to buy the name brand airbrushes, or if you're applying something like a primer or a more troublesome paint that you don't want to have stuck and regularly clean out of your workhorse nicer airbrush, one of the cheaper Chinese airbrushes with a slightly wider nozzle. It was very informative. He drew good points, bad points. He compared it to other airbrushes in his possession, and I'm pretty sure his channel also covers more airbrush reviews if you have a look. Maketar ST, shoootme, and MobiusOne are definitely worthwhile checking out to subscribe to, or at least following MobiusOne's blog. Now the winner is destinygundum, also a known reviewer YouTuber. He made a video. He demonstrated these articulated cheap ball joint large alligator clips for holding paper and stationery out of this acrylic material, and he demonstrates chopping this acrylic material up to get the ball joints and inserting them in not so articulated kits, modified backpacks to hold weapons, and full scratch builds that he does. He shows the product, he plays and shows the articulation, he chops it up, he talks about the right way, the wrong way due to how troublesome nature the material is, and then he shows them where he's actually applicated them in his projects. I would like to see, or if he did a part 2 to the video, I would have liked to seen him actually install it in one of his builds, showing that how he glues it, putties in, whatnot, which would probably be very helpful. I'm not too sure how he does it, and I'm sure other people would like to know that. So mate, if you're watching that, that would make for an excellent follow-up video. But overall, it is a wonderful idea, and even though people just saw that one video alone and tried to do a scratch build project or some sort of extra articulated backpack bit from Build Fighters and attach a weapon, they would be able to use their imagination and go from there. But all in all, mates, congratulations, you have won my 3,000 subscriber video. Now, at this point, I'm actually almost close to 3,500 subscribers. And even though this competition, due to how YouTube is running things, is not as heavily publicised as my previous ones, once I reach 4,000, there will be another competition. And I'm actually thinking probably an airbrush and probably a couple of 3D printed kits drafted by myself. So all in all, congratulations to everyone who's taken interest, everyone who's entered. And my general viewers watching this, please check out their tutorials, like them, subscribe to them, and leave comments, learn something from them. And even though that this competition is well and truly over, feel free to make a tutorial in the spirit and image of this competition, or following the guidelines. If you do so and still message it to me, I'll still add it to the description of this video. I'll give it a shout out on my Facebook page. Thank you very much. To the winner, Destiny Gundam, please send me a message via the method of contact that you used to submit your entry, and we will arrange to get the prize sent out to you. Might be a bit slow due to the nature of my work and private life, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, and catch you guys next time.